Lopsided.
Hello, hello, hello.
Lopsided Sue.
Happy peak of the week or hump day, however you call it. Woo! Cheryl and Donna in the house, in the very sunny house. It was all foggy and murky this morning. Cracking the flags nowadays. Cracking the flags. You had to keep it real with you. Boom. Now, Cheryl looks very pixelated. She looks like a Minecraft character on mine, but I don't know if that's mine or yours. So let me know when you join us. Does Cheryl look like she's a Minecraft character, like with pixels, or does she look okay? I'm keeping it real. I've got boxes of Caleb's Lego behind us today. I noticed them after the call yesterday, and I was like, oh, it's real life, people. It's real life. So what happens when you have an 8-year-old? You have boxes of Lego everywhere.
Basically, it's telling us my internet's unstable.
Yeah, you're unstable.
If you're on Wi-Fi. But the problem is, people, I can't get next to Wi-Fi because I'm having a new front door fitted and it's very noisy with drilling. So I have to stay in this room with bad Wi-Fi. So I'll just sit and do a robot, whatever robots do.
No, you're not. But yeah. Beautiful. Oh, thank you. I don't know who it is. Sorry, but thank you. Hi, ladies. Cheryl looks good. Oh, good. Well, it could be mine. It is very possible that it's me that's gone a bit unstable. I mean, this is what you. So, like the title of today's session, do you think wealthy people are arseholes? Like, I grew up with me nana. Like, if someone had a car or something, like a nice car, she'd go, dodgy. Like, that was my
drug dealer.
Yeah. I'd love to know how they got that, i.e. they haven't got it through kosher means like this.
And people with Range Rovers must be a drug dealer.
We had the same issue with Neil. When I said to Neil, we'll send Caleb to private school. It's full of them people. What people? People that send their kids to private school. Like, some of our best friends went to private school. Like, they're normal people. And Neil's like, oh, no. Do you know anybody who went to private school? Don't need to. Well, you do. You know our friends. Like, they're lovely people. But until now, you were okay with them because you didn't know they'd be in a private school.
But literally a few years ago, Holly was walking in the L'Oreal hair competition in London. And this is only like 2-3 years ago. Yes. And we went down and we went for a walk while she was getting all sorted during the day. We went to Harrods and I was like walking around Harrods like, oh, I'm excited for the day where I can just walk into Harrods, pick up any handbag that I like the look of and just buy it regardless of the price. Where like,
look at the price. This is the thing, when you don't look at the price, you just buy it.
Because I was literally like walking around, like looking at price tags going, like this. Like, I just want to look around and see how much things cost. But I was like, I'm excited for the day. I can just come in and buy a handbag, my mum. People with money have no personalities. Oh, no. I don't know. People if you've got money, you don't have personality. And I was like, that's a really interesting belief. But just so you know, the days when I'm able to walk in Harrods and buy any handbag I want and not look at the price, that's what I'll be doing. And I'll still be me. And it's okay. My personality, I won't drop my personality off at the door before I walk in.
You won't. But I remember on that same day, I had picked up a teeny tiny little Yves Saint Laurent handbag. And it was cerise pink. And I remember thinking, oh, my sister would love that. And I looked, and I think it was like £1,200 or something like that at the time. And I remember then I put it down going, Jesus Christ, she would love it, but she's not getting it. And I remember these very young girls coming, picking it up. And literally, I'm stood like this going, get off the fucking handbag. Picks it up, takes it, and got it. And I was like, how old is she? How can she afford that? She can't possibly appreciate that handbag. Like, I would appreciate that. My sister would appreciate that. Like, full of this judgment of, like, how do I know she won't appreciate the handbag? How do I know she hasn't worked very hard for that money? Like, I don't know. And it doesn't matter whether she did or she didn't. It's her freaking money. She can spend it how she wants. So we all have these, and it's really interesting. We just had a one-on-one with a client who is doing amazing in business and stuff, but again, new level, new devil. So she's coming up against these money blocks, and a lot of the stuff coming through for her right now is crap rubble that's come through from what we call race consciousness, just from being from the northeast working class areas. We have generations and generations of beliefs like, you have to, well, you can have money, but you can't be happy. You have to sacrifice, you have to work all the hours God gives, you know what I mean? Like, we have all of this BS, these belief systems, BS. Lovely to see you too, Letty, that we're carrying around with us, that until we actually go, is that real? Is that what I want to believe? Is kind of running the show. This is what's happening. So you've got to really flush out, what are these beliefs? Like, when it comes to you and money, do you want something just because you think it's what you should have? Like, do you want to have a big house and a car? Or is that just because, will you actually be happier just in a camper van, touring the world with, just enough to kind of get by? Like, a lot of the time we become indoctrinated to what we think we should have and what we think wealth looks like. And this is about you deciding what it looks like for you.
It's like when we and comment, ladies, whoever's watching, or men, it's like when we watch reality TV programs, and it's like you see these women, like the housewives, for example, of Beverly Hills or Cheshire or whatever it is you watch, and they're walking around with all this designer thing and this, that, and the other. And it's like, we were talking about this before, Donna. It's like you're wanting them to have something wrong with them.
Yeah,
it makes you feel good when you see that they've got flaws in them. And they're like, you can sit and criticize them and go, God, they're a bit round the bend, or they've got loads of money, but they're a little bit balmy. Because, like, having it all, imagine having a great personality and a great career and a massive house and a helicopter and a private jet and whatever, ever. Like, is that possible?
What's the lady called that did, oh God, help me out, guys. I think she did the bras. Is she Scottish?
Oh, yeah, I know you mean. I can see her face. I can see her face. I know who you mean.
I want to say Malone. Who, do you know who I mean? She's beautiful. But it was great because she was always a size 18. And now, like, she even posts her pictures on LinkedIn, and she's a size 6 to 8, and she's tiny. But she's been going to the gym. She's been eating really well. She's done it over a period of time. Like, she's done it in a really healthy way. And it was like, fuck's sakes, now she's hot. I'm just kidding. Now she's an entrepreneur, and now she's, and I was like, God. But you have to check yourself, because it's almost like it makes you feel better. Like Cheryl said, if something.
No, it's not Sadie Bra lady from Sea Road. Michelle something.
Michelle Malone.
Michelle Malone. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But it was just that nanosecond. I was like, oh, there's that old belief that it makes you safer if there's something wrong with them when they've got it all. Now, I don't know. She could have a really shitty marriage. She could just be living on. I don't know, but it's like we make all these assumptions about people, but then we're also making those assumptions about ourselves all the time, because when we're judging other people, remember, we're often judging ourselves as well. So a lot of the time, as female entrepreneurs, as women in business with big jobs, like I did, it was the sacrifice of having all the lovely money in the house and the beautiful baby. It's like, well, I've had the miracle baby. Now I have to go away and work because this is a sacrifice that I have to make to pay for it all. You can't have it all. Can't have it all. You buy into it because you don't think, you think, my thing was, like, there always has to be a sacrifice. We do need to celebrate those women, because Michelle Moore, that's still not right.
It's Michelle something.
But it's the fact, like Cheryl says this all the time, you can't have it all, but you have to decide what having it all means to you, and really challenge like what that means in terms of, is that what you really, really want? Like, when you get that, what will it say about you? What will you feel? What will you have that you don't have now? Because sometimes it is just the shit that we've grown up thinking that we have to have stuff or look a certain way or play a certain part because that's what we think normal is.
It is Michelle Moon. Thank you.
Oh, is it? Oh, thank you.
I've just Googled it. I've Googled it. Like, what you got this, Michelle?
Yeah. I knew you to keep me right, girls. I knew you to keep me right. Like, I think, and she looks friggin' amazing. Honestly, I'm like, I love her. Like, Karen Brady's always been my poster girl. Like, I have like a really crazy crush on Karen Brady. And now I'm thinking, Michelle, I think you have to go on my pin board. Loving you.
Love it, love it, love it. So, does this resonate with you? What beliefs do you have? What judgment do you have when you look at someone who seems to have it all? And what does that kind of trigger in you? What does it reflect in you about
Yes.
you having it all? Because as women, we tend to believe, because we don't feel good enough or worthy or deserve it, that having it all is impossible, whatever all is. Like, all is whatever it means to you. So I'd love to hear.
Share. Tell us, what does it bring up for you? And it's a really good way of testing out, like what your limiting beliefs are that are kind of hiding under there. Like, I'll often test myself, like, this is why, in all seriousness, years ago we laugh about it, but I wouldn't watch things like the Beverly Hills Housewives. You've heard me talk about the Kardashians, because I'd be like, how have they got all that money? They don't do anything. All this judgment. And now I've kind of dealt with it and I'm over it. I quite like watching these programs. I'm just like, I just want to watch the houses. Like, I'll watch them. Neil thinks I'm funny because I'm like, I just love the flooring in Kyle's house. Neil's like, Jesus Christ. I love her new nose. Like, so now I've dealt with it. I'm like, I'm over it. I can enjoy these programs. But it would really trigger me into thinking like, well, why can't we work really hard? Why can't we have that?
We are.
Not so much now. Tanya.
Oh, I've clicked at the same time. You go. Oh, God.
It's not material for me. I want more money to have financial stability, to bring me more peace and leave the stress financial struggle has brought me. I love that. I love that. And the other thing that I would say, and add to that, and I will be talking about this in the Wealth Without the Hustle tomorrow night, is whenever we're looking for something because we think it'll bring us inner peace, it invariably might not. And I can't go into loads of it now, but we will talk about it tomorrow night. But it's always about us finding that peace, because wealth is always a state of being, right? Like, it's always going to be a state of being. And, from someone who was nearly bankrupt and had to count pennies, like literally pennies to get to work and stuff. Like, I know what it's like, but it's so important that we create that wealth awareness, wealth consciousness, that abundance feeling without the thing necessarily being there, because that's kind of saying, well, if the thing's never there, then we can't be happy and feel abundant.
Yes,
Make sense?
Yes.
This is like manifestation. Like, we're taking it like to a supersonic level though, guys, in the class tomorrow night. So I'm excited for you to all come.
Yeah.
What else for you? What else does it, like, any thoughts, any beliefs that you know that you want to get rid of and shake, that you think is standing between you and having all of the wealth and success and abundance that you've ever wanted, to have that feeling of security and limitlessness and freedom? Like, what are the beliefs that are here that are stopping you get to there? Because honestly, once you change these beliefs, we've just proven it with a client we've just been with. She's been working on her beliefs with us, coaching with us for a while now. And the abundance she's now experiencing in her actual life is phenomenal. And she's been working on the inner stuff. The outer stuff is then falling into place, and it's creating levels of kind of wealth for her that she just said, like, she wouldn't have believed it 12 months ago, which is amazing. Are you all signed up, guys? Are you all signed up for Wealth Without the Hustle? So if you're watching this on replay, make sure you sign up. It's happening tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. We are so freaking excited. So excited. I'm going to show you something else exciting, though. Are you ready? This is an exclusive. If you check on our stories later, let me see. Can you see that? Can you all see that, guys? Yeah. That's our book laid out across my kitchen island. First glance of the book. Woohoo! Woo-woo! Anne's just saying, I felt that peace when I bought this ex-council house, because I got away from my awful neighbours, and the happiness and relief gave me so much space and peace and abundance. I love that. I love that. It is amazing what we can do. Well done, Diane. That's incredible. I'm in. 2 balls coming along too. That's it. Bring the girl.
Yes.
We need more empowered women out there busting some abundance balls and living the life of their dreams. That's what we want.
Yes.
Thank you, Tanya. I'm so excited.
Amazing.
So we're going to leave you there. Let's get in tomorrow. We're going to be identifying these beliefs. We're going to be getting clarity. We're going to be really going in on what abundance and wealth feels like and looks like for you. And then we're going to be taking some inspired action. Okay. So tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. I think we're dropping in live tomorrow.
We're live at 12 tomorrow, just to get the party started.
Fun at lunchtime, guys. I haven't done this for a while, and I actually really enjoy it every time we do it. We've got some amazing lives coming up at the weekend for you as well. So if you're around at the weekend, don't miss them. We're treating you. We decided to do something special this weekend, coming up with the holidays.
Tune in.
Tune in, turn on. Right, we love you all. Have an amazing day. We'll see you in the soul system, and we'll see you here tomorrow.